All right. How's it going, beautiful people? This is Jose Trujillo, once again, the world's greatest living artist. And today I'm going to do something slightly different than what maybe you normally see me do. Nevertheless, still awesome. I'm going to paint a minimalist abstract seascape. Okay? Why minimalist? Why abstract? Because sometimes you just have to, well, me, right? Sometimes you, me, just have to change it up a bit, you know? Just have to change it up a bit. So here we go. Here's my horizon line, okay? And yes, this will be painted probably with a palette knife, maybe some brush. I don't know. We'll see right now, okay? Depending on what. But I really dig these pieces. I like the very big ones. Of course, you know, when you see abstract work, you like to see it very big. But I also like the small ones. So here we go. Now this kind of thing is, it really has to do with layering. If you are able to paint this, and because I mean again this is just one way of doing it, right? You're able to paint this with acrylic, super awesome, because you can let it dry and come back to it, and that makes it very, very awesome to play with. But if you can't do it with oil, but you're gonna have to wait, you know, a couple of weeks, few weeks to dry, and or depending on if you figure something out, you can don't have to wait that long to let it dry. But wet on dry, wet meaning wet, this is wet, on this dry surface makes it look very, the layers makes it very cool, very interesting, right? Because now you're looking at different things happening. It sounds so sophisticated when you say it with words, but those of you who know how to paint know it's a very simple process. But it's very fun. Very, very fun. I'm not trying to take away the super cool stuff from it, but I think that some people just overstretch it. And I mean, it's really just layers. You know, some layers are dry, and then you come back to it, and you know. I've always say it's not the artwork, it's the artist. Many artists get stuck on the artwork and either produce very little or get stuck, you know. I know a lot of artists who are very, very, very good artists and produce very little. And we also know a lot of artists who may not produce great art, but produce, you know, high quantities. I don't know if that's the way either. I can't say it because I don't know. You know, to each their own. All I know is that if you keep practicing your craft, because you know, some of you may not want to produce a lot of artwork, right? You want to produce some really great art. But the problem that I see a lot in that mentality is that many artists that want to do that, they concentrate on the art piece. And in my experience, I've seen artists who don't produce a lot of artwork, like finished pieces, but they're like very Da Vinci-esque in the sense that they produce a lot of practice, a lot of what do you call it? Sketches. A lot of, you know, they do a lot of studies, a lot of sketches. So either way, they're producing a lot of art. it might not be in the finished piece, right? Maybe they only have a handful of finished pieces. Who knows? You know, everybody does it differently. But they're always sketching. They're always drawing. They're always doing painting studies, right? They're always doing painting studies. Ah, you can see that one coming, huh? Be bold. Be bold. When it comes to creating artwork, you gotta be bold. Look at that. It's a little gray, indigo, all kinds of, you know, very islandy, very, this is very designer friendly, interior design friendly. I work with a lot of interior designers, and the ones that are creating artwork for people who, you know, enjoy the water. They love this kind of stuff when I do this for them. Some of you are like, you know, oh, I can't believe you do artwork for, you know, like you don't paint just what you want, of course, but how much freedom do you want? Of course, like of course I'm painting what I want. Right? I'm already painting, so I think a lot of us also get stuck on that idea that you know, let me do what I want, but many of the times we get stuck on one or two subjects, you know, and then someone comes along and says, hey, can you do this for me? And then we're like, no, I don't do that. I only do this, and that's fine, you know, if you wanna just. I mean, if you don't know how to do it, that's different. But if you know how to do it, and you don't do it, I think you're missing out. Personally. You're missing out on the je ne sais quoi. I just think so, I don't know. Everybody's different. But this is one way of painting the palette knife. To each their own, no? I like to put some salmon in there. The way you make salmon is you can do salmon in different ways, but one of the ways is that you get some cadmium and put a little bit of yellow, just a very little. Enough to just change the tone a little bit. You're not turning it into orange. You can put some gray in there too, a little bit of gray, and you have a really nice salmon color. It goes really well with the blue. Why? Because the orange and the blue are complementary husband and wife, or I mean, they're complementary, you know. There's a marriage already. We all know that. But when you play with its, you know, tones, rather than making orange, you make a salmon. Rather than making blue, you make an indigo or turquoise. Then you stretch it a little bit, you know. You go beyond, just a bit, just a little bit beyond preliminary, or, you know, ideas. Just a little bit. Some of you do it really well by intuition, and others we have to practice it or think about it first, and then not, right? Oh, sorry about that, guys. That shook a little bit. And then just to make things, you know, because there's all these colors happening there, I'm gonna get some black. Just, you know, I'm just gonna. Now there's not gonna be any little sailboats here or anything like that. Okay. This is just. This is just that. I'm going to take a spatula and very lightly I guess not too lightly, huh? But you can do different little things, you know, different little nuances. This is if you let it dry, it's even funner. Now this is almost it's so free, but it's not too loose. It's a little tight, right? Look, if you notice, I'm taking my time. It's not too loose, but it's free, right? It's almost like playing with encaustic. Encaustic, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah. Encaustic. Pressure is everything, I believe, in artwork. People ask me, how do you make sure that they don't get dirty, the colors don't get dirty or whatever? It's all in the pressure, in my opinion. Here's another little palette knife. I have dozens of palette knives, guys. One cool thing to practice is practice with different ones. I don't like the round ones. I really have no space for them here. Like no. I don't know what I would do with a round one. I haven't found what I'm going to do with a round one. But I do have a bunch of pointy spatulas. See, if you don't measure the pressure that you're putting in there, you're not going to be able to do this little kind of thing. It's going to be a little bit harder. Just those little things that, you know, maybe someone watching here is like, oh my God, what is this guy doing? You know, but it's so much fun. You're missing out. Now, if this is not what you do, totally cool. It's not what I do every day. But you know, part of my thing is just try something new. I don't know. Maybe I need to try those round spatulas. I have a personal vendetta against them. I don't know what to do with them. Something like that, no? Then you have some water there happening. The rest. And who knows? What else going on in there? Something awesome. Only awesome stuff goes on in there, guys. In a painting, especially a painting done by me, the world's greatest living artist. See, not everything is too fast. Some stuff you can take your sweet time with. I mean, it's still pretty quick. The reason why I can make it quick is because it's one after another, guys. That's a key right there, okay? It's one after another. One brush work, one brush stroke, one stroke after another. It's like, oh, okay. You don't. I don't look back and I'm not like, oh, let me flip it around. Sorry for that, but I had to focus it here. See, there it is. There it is. Alright guys, I hope you guys had a cool time here with me, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.